loyalty holds his ground.
Naptűz, aszfalt forró, első kanyar minden jó. Bal jobb, nincs pihenés, csak a ritmus sebesség. Szív dobog minden kör, egy új dolog. Teljes gáz, harc, szárnyalás, győzelemre vár a pályán. Hajszál pontos minden ív, fékgáz, szívvel és hív. Egy hiba és vége minden, aki bátor, az nyerít. Hajszál pontos minden ív, fékgáz, szívvel és hív. Egy hiba és vége mind, de aki bátor, az nyerít. Szív dobog minden kör, egy új dolog. Teljes gáz, harc, szárnyalás, győzelemre vár a pályán. Hajszál pontos minden ív, fékgáz, szívvel és hív. Egy hiba és vége mind, de aki bátor, az nyerít. Hajszál pontos minden ív, fékgáz, szívvel és hív. Egy hiba és vége mind, de aki bátor, az nyerít. Hidd a rolling, szív dobog, minden kör egy új dolog. Teljes gáz, harc, szárnyalás, győzelemre vár a pályán. Hajszál pontos minden ív, fékgáz, szívvel és hív. Egy hiba és vége mind, de aki bátor, az nyerít. Itt kiállás, kettő talán, a stratégia dönt ma nálam. Kopjás zászló, cél a vég, hurralóig örök szenvedély.
Yes, hello guys, back for racing here, Monday evening, Monday Racing League time. Yeah, nice to have you back on board for today's race here in Hungary. As we see the first car on track, we have Froby. Missed out last race. Okay, he's back, hopefully in form, alongside his teammate Lucek to score a nice podium or something like that for the Kickstarter team, of course. Let's go for the on-board camera. Apes are Nelson. So let's see the first time on the board for Frobia 1:16.375. What a German driver. Let's go for Gian Bartolomeo. Quickly need to undo something. Better now. And just sorry again. Need to once again check the stuff with telemetry data. So now it's working. Hopefully the image is okay so far. Not too big stuttering. Bartolomeo half a second behind Brody. But not on too fast lap as we see. In this case we go to his teammate, to Samuku. Looks like he's pushing. A slide for Samuku. Let's go for the championship leader, Tomasito. His home race today. Also home race for the other Hungarian driver in the league, Wolfrin. Nice and tidy through this very narrow corner section. Beautiful turn here, taking a lot of curve on the exit. Now some tricky turns. Slightly needed to catch up his car. Let's go for the final turn. A 1:15.518 for mid, the time to beat for Tomasito. He jumps up ahead of mid. A little bit less than 2 tenths between these drivers. P1 and P2 go to the pole master himself too. Swedish driver Berra. Staying longer on the left hand side curb. This lap looks much more planted than the lap we saw from Tomasito, so maybe we have a soon a new pole time to beat for the other guys. Yes, better, a 1:15.290. 600 faster than Tomasito. Not a big gap, but still a gap. It's always changing around with the new dashboard. It's a horrible dashboard, by the way. I don't have too much data to check during the stream, but anyway, I try to do my best. Anybody on the outlap, we see Somuku on the outlap and Yo-Yo as well. He received a 5-second penalty because an incident between him and Lucek in the last race in Spa. Final turn of the race, then Yo-Yo forced the other driver, Lucek, to go a little bit wide and then passed him and received finally 5-second time penalty for this incident. You're driving on the medium tires. The others all drove soft tires, of course, for the qualifying session, but the first lap on medium might be okay for Yo-Yo. Maybe not the fastest time, but still something to work with. 8 minute 30 left in the qualifying session here. Yo-Yo to P9, a 1:16.888. Now let's go to Sumuku. Already in the final turns. Now the final deciding turn here is to go wide here. Sumuku on P4, a 1:59.08. Nice achievement. We also see Wolfring on another push lap. No, he's recharging the battery, but looked not too slow, but he's going in high speed into pit, doing a little bit of training for the main race. Or for the main race, for the race itself. Let's go to Gian Bartolomeo. A little bit off-board action. Yeah, regarding weather, time being, no rain expected for the next 10 minutes. Only light cloudy in 10 minutes, so no rain for the qualifying session. Let's go on board the Italian driver, the Aston Martin. Tricky turn. .3 seconds slower in sector 1. Let's have a look for the next lap of the Hungarian driver, Tomasito. As I said, the leader of the driver championship. Yes, 1:14. 7:48. Half a second faster than Beta. Beta on the hot lap. .520 left in the qualifying session. Last but one turn here. It's good to have a good exit here. Or it is a must to have a good exit also here. Fighting the car. Now let's go. Heavy braking zone, turn 1. Not losing the car at the exit, enabling DRS. Into turn 2. Wow. Just invalidated. You see the map on the right side, bottom right, is marked in red. Let's go to blue check. Masito on an in lap, Pera on an invalidated top lap. What can Lucic achieve? For time being ahead of his teammate by 0.3 of a second, ahead of Roby. And he's also coming into pit. So everybody is preparing for the final run later on in the qualifying session. So let's see who is going out first. Looks like we have Yo-Yo going out first. Well, he's a McLaren. Yes, it's Yo-Yo. So Yo-Yo will be the first man to finish the qualifying, for time being on position 10, of course, with medium rubber tires. This lap of 1:16.859. So he's now on red rubber as well, like everybody else. But it is a really bunch of time. We see Tomasito close to half a second faster than Berra at the moment. There is surely more to come from Berra, as well from Myth, and maybe also from Spaghetti, a 1:25.786 for the Cypriotic driver on P11 at the moment. Spaghetti on P2 in the driver standings. Just quickly show you the driver standings. Where is it here? So now, start the hot lap with Yo-Yo. Nice and tidy into turn 1. This is not turn 2, but looks like turn 2. Always say turn 2. Also here a little bit of margin for Yo-Yo. Tricky one here not to go wide. Well, every corner here in Hungary is a tricky one. A little bit of traffic for Yo-Yo. Hopefully they are giving nicely space. Yes, as we saw. Everybody gave space. Final turns. Oh, close invalidation. Looks like a very nice lap time for Yo-Yo. Final turn now. Ah, close invalidation again, and he jumps up to P6. Now let's go to his teammate, already pushing. More or less a half a lap here in Budapest. And it looks good. See purple sector 1 as well. Purple sector 2. Final turn now. Stays at 1:14.748. Bartolomeo jumps up to P5. We have Samuku in the final turn. Let's see, can he improve at the moment to 1:15.9? Roble jumps up to P3. What is Samuku able to achieve? P5 for the Swiss Portuguese driver. What about Spaghetti? Surely improving. Only to P4. Then Myth crossing the finish line on P2. That was a nice one. What about... No, what about I wanted to switch to... We have in front Berra stays on P3. Vucic going in. And Tomasito final run. Improved again, a 1:14.611, a well-deserved pole position for the Hungarian driver at this home Grand Prix here in Budapest. A 1:14.611, fastest 1.5, not a half, 4/10 of a second faster than Myth on P2. On P3 we have Berra P4 for our Robler teammate of Pera in the Red Bull team. P5 for Spaghetti, a nice P6 for Samuku, Wolfrin on 7, Giambarto on 8, Yo-Yo on 9, and P10 and 11 for Lucic and Froby to kicks our team. Yeah, rounding up the grid for the start. Well, I don't think we need to say the standings again. Let's quickly go through this stuff here. And then let's wait for the main race. Yeah, it's heavy rain. Rainy weather for the Grand Prix here in Budapest. Not the first time we have rain in Budapest for an MRL race. So today, again, it doesn't look like intermediate weather. It looks more or less like full wet territory for all the drivers here. And of course, we have some very good drivers driving in the wet. We saw last time out in Belgium. It's always a little bit a tricky thing to drive on wet tarmac, and let's see what we can see later on. What the drivers are showing us, Barry said, and yeah, keep fingers crossed to have a good race with many overtakes. Well, normally here in Hungary it's not easy to overtake because of the narrow corners and a corner following the other one. But I'm pretty sure we will see some side-by-side action. Maybe later on also the weather is a little bit better than full wet. Keep fingers crossed to have a little bit of dry racing at the end of the race. Well, let's see. Maybe also better gambling a little bit in the qualifying. Took a wet setup with slightly more wings than the dry setup. And maybe he's now flying in the main race. Yeah, let's wait. Hurry up, guys. Yeah. He survived everything. Yeah, guys, we had former winners here in Hungary. It's Smith in Season 9, Yo-Yo Season 8, Spaghetti Season 7, Sumuku won twice here in Season 6 and 5. We have 35 laps in total, 14 corners, 8 to the right, 6 to the left, 4.3 kilometer track length. Total race distance of 153 kilometers, and the current Emerald track record from Bera is a 1:16.084 from Season 9. And pole run to turn 1, braking point is 476 meters, safety car possibility of 38%, virtual safety car also 38%, and pit stop time loss is more or less 20 seconds, full throttle only 50% of the whole track. Longest flat out section, of course, the main straight is 908 meters. Boing. Yeah. A little bit detailed stuff. We have, well, everybody on intermediate tires, of course. Nobody on wet. I thought it's full wet territory, but the game is giving intermediate tires as best solution for this rain. I do also see in the weather forecast we have light rain for the next 15 minutes and just overcast. in more or less 20 seconds, so it will be intermediate dry race here with one pit stop. Maybe we have a safety car, then we can go for another pit stop. Two, maybe still only one. Let's see. So let's get ready for the action. As always, we go a little bit to the middle of the pack, P6 at the moment, to see the start of Samuku. 4 lights, 5 lights. Out the way we go, racing here in Budapest. Crazy good, very nice start from Samuku. Taking the inside line for turn 1. Roble giving a little bit of space. Of course, both drivers trying to be fair. But now better exit looks like for Roble on the inside line now. Samuku going a little bit wider line, and we missed in front mid, leading the Grand Prix ahead of Tomasito. Was an overtake, maybe already into turn 1. We have a 1 or 2 stop strategy, as I said. Later on in 20 minutes we might have just overcast weather and dry session to the end of the race. The title in the introduction, you mean? But it's Hungary. I didn't update it something. Always the same stuff. Let's go a little bit to the front. Wow. Was contact with Smith in front. We have some damage. No damage at the moment for any driver. Smith, of course, going for the fastest lap while leading the Grand Prix, defending now the inside line. Tomasito forced to go a little bit wider the outside line into turn 1. We might have a hell of a battle between these two drivers as well. Better maybe joining also the party. At the moment he's still on the way, 1.7 seconds behind Tomasito. Looks like he can't go the pace. We just saw a warning. Was it a warning for mid? No warning. Only one warning for Gianbartolomeo for the time being. Let's have a look to Roble. As I said before, the former winner Smith, season 9 Yo-Yo, 8-7 Spaghetti, Samuku twice a winner here in season 6 and season 5. Samuku currently driving on P6, just behind his teammate Spaghetti on P2 in the driver's standings. We haven't seen him often so close to the top position in the driver's standings. Once in a while it was season 7. I always say the same thing, but he had a very bad season start in season 7, and finally he won season 7 by only a little margin of some points. Might be a hell of a ride for Spaghetti to win this driver championship title here in season 11. We see Smith back, sliding around Samuku. keeping his car more or less on track. No track limit warning for him. The FIA closing a little bit their eyes because it's wet track conditions. Fastest lap for Berra. Still 2.4 seconds gap in Sito Berra. It's been increased by more or less 1 second after 1.5 laps. Front it stays more or less tight. You see Samuku fighting his recap car. In front we have Tomasito close behind the Ferrari of Myth. Into this turn, side by side. What are you doing, guys? Side by side action between P3 in the driver's standings and P1 in the driver's standings. Tomasito still behind me. Nice racing. Let's go on board to see how close they are driving. That's, as always, a big amount of trust if you can drive so close behind any other driver. Now pushing his car, a little bit sliding at the end of the turn. Now back to the main straight. Pushing, while Myth and Tomasito are battling a little bit. We see the gap to Berra is down to 1.4 seconds. Berra gained more or less 1 second within 1 lap. Oh, close to contact for Tomasito. That was a close one. Let's go a little bit to the midfield to Yo-Yo driving close behind Gianbartolomeo. Yo-Yo, the Rainmaster, still fighting his car through these turns here in Budapest. 0.4 seconds the gap between him and Gianbartolomeo, but it's not easy to overtake here in the inlet. Very narrow corners. We just saw a little bit Gianbartolomeo fighting with the traction of his Aston Martin. Very careful with the throttle input. Sliding, the Aston Martin is all over the place. Well, Yo-Yo not looking like he's on rails like a train or something. He's also sliding around, but looks a little bit more stable on the onboard camera than the car of Gianbartolomeo. Now Tomasito gives a response to the fastest lap. Let's go to the offboard. Overshooting, he made the overtake on Myth and overshooting his attempt into turn 1 back to P2 for the Hungarian driver. And yeah, let's go back to Yo-Yo, where we've been before. Trying to overtake the Aston Martin of Gianbartolomeo. Aye. Looks twitchy for Yo-Yo. We are in lap number 6 of 35. Go to Froby. I think he was on vacation. Back in the sim rig. Back for racing. Driving behind his teammate Lucek. So weather forecast. In 5 minutes, light rain 57%. Let's have a quick look to the tire usage. 27%. You see from Tomasito in front, 45 in the back. Anybody else? Gian Bartomeo, for example, 20 in front, 40 in the back. Yo-Yo 22 in front and 43 in the back. Tomasito is still pushing his rival through this track here in Budapest. Gian Bartolomeo closed the gap between him and Samuku, 0.7 seconds a gap now to the V-carb in front. Looks like Samuku is struggling a little bit. Let's go on board with Gian Bartolomeo. Wow, la la la. That was a chance for Yo-Yo. Again, offline for Gian Bartolomeo. Now he's ceding the space position. He's giving the position to Yo-Yo this way. It's very, very stressful to have a driver so close behind. You need to do everything perfect. The fastest lap time by Mid at 1:30.6. Let's go once in a while to P4 Roble. Finished on the podium several times this season. We had a horrible season in season 10. Be fair. This season he's always close to the podium or on the podium. Again, fastest lap this time for a Roble 1:31.21. Let's go to the front runners. A little touch. Tomasito to the rear of Mid Ferrari. Yeah, could happen. We see at the moment there is no rain anymore. When is the best time to change to the medium rubber tires, or maybe also the hard tires are feasible here in the race? We are in lap number 9. I would definitely go on to hard tires at the moment. Time being, nobody going into the pit to change the tires. Everybody's still on track. We see one fastest lap after the other. Now 1:30.074 of Pera. Pera not too far away, a 1.3 second gap between him and the drivers, Mid and Tomasito on P1 and P2. This is the closest battle, or the closest gap we have here between mid and Tomasito, 0.4 seconds. More or less throughout the race. The first one went to pit, went for hard tires. We see Froby. Let's quickly go to him. Is he able to survive that one? If so, then he has maybe a massive advantage on hard tires, but looks very twitchy, very slippery. Doesn't look really fast, but let's see sector times, especially sector 2 and sector 3. It looks like it has been a little bit too early. Fastest lap time again coming down. First mid now better, 1:29.824 for the Swedish driver. Closing now a little bit the gap between him and Tomasito. The gap between Berra and the Roble, more or less 2 seconds. We see Froby not able to push on these tires. Not able at the moment. For the time being, he hasn't crashed, so just needs to survive. Well, let's go to Gianbartolomeo. Close behind Yo-Yo. Oi! Yo-Yo! Big car control. Still only one driver on dry tires. Still Froby, of course. Lost more or less 10 seconds. Gianbartolomeo gets a 3-second time penalty. Multiple corner cut stuff. Wow. Tomasito 1:29.219. Fastest lap for time being. Now let's see the gap of Froby to his teammate. 43 seconds. When the gap is coming down, then it's definitely time to pit for soft tires. Second driver on hard tires, we see Gianbartolomeo going for the gamble here with hard tires. Let's see how he can manage dry tires here on a slightly wet track here in Hungary. Ouch. Still too early for the hard tires, so let's see when the front runners are coming in again. Under a half a second gap between Myth and Tomasito. Myth still leading. I think Tomasito is having bad dreams to see a Ferrari all the time in front of him, especially this race here today in Hungary. And we see he's using always a little bit of ERS to stay as close as possible to have maybe a possibility to overtake. 48% battery power in his tank. Breaking the slipstream. Our Robler fast is 1:28.255. Wow. Myth is throwing his Ferrari into the turns, not throwing the car into the corner and then manage everything. Take the corner. I think that's Kimi Räikkönen style. Kimi did that. Also in a Ferrari. Now it's time for hard tires. We see the gaps are coming down from the hard rubber cars, Gianbartolomeo and Froby. Is anybody going in? These guys are staying out. Oh. Whoa! What a battle now! Tomasito trying to overtake. Is he overshooting again? Going deep into turn 1, but has now the inside line for the next turn. Oh, Myth is still next to him now, behind him. Well done. Nice overtake. Oh, let's see the pace we see. Spaghetti and Yo-Yo went also. As well, Samuk for the hard tires. And next one, Wolfrin also hard tires. 10 seconds speeding in pit lane for Lucek, teammate of Froby. Everybody changing to the hard tires. Spaghetti, let's see. 32 seconds gap between him and Arobla. Quickly go to the time penalty stuff. Arobla 3 seconds as well. Gianbartolomeo. Now only 4 drivers have to pit. We see Tomasito now coming into pit as well. Myth, of course. Again, not able to close the gap too fast. Still 31 seconds the gap between him and Arobla also coming in. So let's go for a hard tire race. Back on P1, Tomasito, 1.4 seconds. The gap between him and Berra. Something happened with Myth. Now 3 seconds behind Berra. Wow. Is this already a pre-decider? The race of the podium? I don't think so. We know Myth is always everywhere very fast, also here in Hungary. Just keep an eye on the gaps. We have 2.3 seconds between Myth and Berra, 1.7 seconds between Tomasito and Berra. Roby now with the fastest lap of 1:23.704. Forget the fastest 1:21.747. Samuko 1:29.24 in the V carb. Closing in now to Yo-Yo. In front the gap stayed more or less the same, 1.7 seconds between Berra and Tomasito and 2.8 seconds between Berra and Myth. The closest battle on track between Yo-Yo and Samuku. Let's go quickly to the onboard rear view camera of Yo-Yo. Wow, a 1:18.703 for Myth. Gap came down for 2.8 seconds to 2.3 seconds. A half a second came for Myth against Berra. Here it looks like Samuku is not able to catch up to Yo-Yo. Gap is getting a little bit bigger, 1.3 seconds now. The drivers are also fighting for the extra point for the fastest lap in the race. For time being, this point goes to Myth. the top 3 drivers are driving more or less 6 tenths faster than Spaghetti in the last lap. Also, Yo-Yo just 1 tenth slower than Spaghetti in the last lap. The gap has been a little bit increased by Tomasito to better 1.92 seconds the gap now. And Smith closing in to better 1.6 seconds now the gap. So we might see soon a little battle or a big battle. Position 2 in the race here. .4 seconds now. Gap is coming down, but not too fast. Still 14 laps to go here in the main race. Until we crown the winner of the Hungarian Grand Prix this season 11 here in the Monday Racing League. Is it a home win for the Hungarian driver Tomasito? Is he able to go the pace to the end of the race? Or is Smith or Berra or Roblo or Spaghetti or anybody else able to squeeze out a little bit more out of the car and going for an attack for the P1 position here? Under 1 second now the gap between these two drivers. Regarding weather forecast, at the moment overcast in 5 minutes, light cloudy, and yeah, at the end of the race we maybe also see some sunshine, not sure, but it's definitely not raining anymore. Another pit stop for Gian Bartolomeo. He's trying everything, now going for the medium tires. Quick look for the tire usage. Tomasito 30% in front, 20 in the back. Might be okay to drive another 12 laps on these tires. Closing the gap to a driver in front is a story, and another story is to overtake the car in front. Let's go on board with the Italian driver. Multiple driver champion and constructor champion. Just a man who knows how to drive an F1 car. I heard he's a very bad driver in real world. Smashing the anchor into turn 1, back on throttle, likely a wheel spin. Still very close behind, better, 0.7 seconds. Sadly I don't have telemetry data for Myth and Berra. Also Berra closing the gap to Tomasito, or maybe Tomasito is thinking, why not giving Berra a little bit a DRS advantage, so mid can't overtake Berra, just securing P1 and P2. With this strategy, of course, they are in different teams, but I'm pretty sure everybody is fighting mid. The current champion. Yeah, Berra having DRS as well mid. See at the end of the straight, it's worth 4/5 of a second. If Berra is now attacking Tomasito, that's yeah. Not sure if it was tactics from Tomasito to give Berra a little bit DRS. As I said, as I promised more or less, the sunshine is now also arriving here in Hungary, Budapest. We also have a little bit sun out there for the many spectators we have around this track. Wow. Just behind, if we look backwards from the car of Berra, we have very close behind mid, a little bit misbraking maybe. From mid now a half a second gap, and still 7/10, 8/10 gap between Tomasito and Berra. This stays like this. Both positions are staying like this at the end of the main straight. Tomasito still leading ahead of Berra, and it's a traction fight between Berra and mid now. Surely fighting for the positions here. We have 9 laps to go. Might be a hell of a ride. Very sweaty for these drivers. Let's have a quick look regarding warnings. We have one warning as well, one warning for Berra and mid. So the top 3 drivers have all one warning each. Just quickly need to check something, how many wins. Tomasito already achieved in the MondayRacingLeague. 9 victories, 14 P2s and 9 on P3. Total of 32 podiums. Out of 59 races. Massive achievement, so that's 57.6% podium for Tomasito. Let's go quickly to this battle here between Yo-Yo and Spaghetti. There's no damage as far as I can see on the dashboard. But heavy fights are ongoing between Yo-Yo and Spaghetti. Oof. Overtake from Berra. Berra now leading the Grand Prix ahead of Tomasito. Now Tomasito has been shuffled back to P2, and now he needs to fight against his rival in the Driver Championship. Standings against Myth just behind him. But of course, Tomasito will do everything to achieve a home race win. Spaghetti DNFing. Oh, do we have a safety car? If yes, are the drivers going in to change for soft rubber tires, or are they staying out? No, Berra is coming in. As well, Tomasito as well, Myth. The top 3 drivers are going in to change. I'm pretty sure for medium tires. Nobody likes the soft tires in this game. Well, Tomasito went for soft tires. We're gonna see a hell of a ride for the win here in Budapest. I'm very amused about this. So everybody more or less, well, the safe choice is to go for the medium tires. They're always having a drive-through for Samuku. Yeah, sorry, let's finish the sentence. Medium rubber tires always having good pace in this game, more or less on every track. Soft tires often much faster for 1, 2 or 3 laps, and then they're falling more or less over a cliff, and then of course again the medium rubber tires are faster. Let's see the restart later on for Tomasito. Is he able to overtake Berra and drive his race, or drive home his victory at home? I'm pretty sure he's not living far away of this track here in Budapest. Looks like he's sleeping in Budapest and driving in Budapest. So definitely a home race for him, Tomasito, and Wolfring time being on P7. The only Merc driver today in the race. We are missing GDA. Hopefully he's coming soon back for racing. An underdog for a win. I think nobody is an underdog in here. We had a Robler. As I said before many times on the podium, still searching for another win here in the MondayRacingLeague. Long time no win for Yo-Yo as well for Samuku. Wolfring never won a race here. Also Luchek and Froby. As the Kicksauber drivers are driving more or less every week, they're scoring good points for the Constructor Championship title. Let's quickly show you that one. Standings of the Constructor Championship. Of course, also here, McLaren is leading ahead of Red Bull, V-Carbon P3, Ferrari down to P4, P5. The Haas team, more or less Angelo scored all these points, then Kick Sauber right in the midfield. So back to the tire discussion. 3 drivers went for soft tires. That's Tomasito aiming for a home win here in Hungary. Yo-Yo. On P5 as well, Samuku went also for the soft rubber tires, so we're gonna go for another lap here. On my lap safety car, then we have a 4-lap shootout here for the win. I think it's a final safety car. Yes, safety car in this lap. So yeah, let's have a restart POV. Shall we go for P3 or let's go for P4? So we have the top 3 drivers just in front, so we see what is evolving here. Disable this one. Still a drive-through for Sumuku. But I already went very early. Mid close behind Tomasito. It stays like this into turn 1. Starting the apex at turn 1. A picture perfect on the braking here. And there is no room through sector 2. Well, this is surely just not checkers. We see. Let's go to Tomasito. He's trying to be as close as possible behind Berra. Half a second separate these 2 drivers, and behind 0.3, 0.4 seconds we have mid field very close together, of course, after the safety car restart. 1 lap done after the restart now. Lap number 2. The 3 laps to go here in the Grand Prix. Better. Fastest lap of 1:17.297. Inside move for Myth. No. The Ferrari stays behind. Masito. Maybe he's having a little bit difficulties to bring up his soft tires to work, to the correct work window. Temperature window, better said, so that these tires are glued to the tarmac. Wow. Three seconds for Tomasito, multiple warnings. What is he doing? Is he throwing away his home Grand Prix win? Do we see another win for Berra or Myth? The only 2 drivers without any time penalty in front. Only 1 track limit warning for Berra as well. Only 1 warning for Myth. Inside move for the Ferrari. Is he able to keep it, or do we see a switchback for Tomasito? No. Not able to perform the switchback properly. Ending up on P3 now. Disqualified from the session. Ignored drive-through penalty for Sumuku. So here Lucek fighting to keep his car as close as possible to the Mercedes driver in front, to Wolfrin. Wow. I just thought maybe we see now an attack from Aroble onto Tomasito. Tomasito now ceding space, or giving space. I don't know exactly what is happening now with Tomasito. Mid now with the fastest lap at 1:16.904. Tomasito is coming back on Aroble. They're fighting, of course, for the podium. What's that? We saw Yo-Yo sliding around. Yes, it was Yo-Yo on P7 sliding around. But we are in the final lap now. Focus on... yeah, on this battle here for the win. Both drivers, no warnings. Do we see a late move of Myth, or do we see another well achieved win for Berra? A flying Viking here in the Monday Racing League. The gap is too big. 0.4 seconds is the gap. Only one turn left and the finish line is very close, so we might have... no, we don't might. We have another Swedish win for Berra. P2 for Myth, P3 for Aroble, P4 Tomasito, P5 for Wolfrin, 6 for Lucek. Yo-Yo driving to P7 and Froby ending on P9. What a race! Sadly, Tomasito achieved, or received, not achieved, received the 3-second time penalty. This massively hurts, but yeah. Not a too big time points loss for the Hungarian driver against Myth. So let's go to the race winner, Berra. Myth with the fastest lap. Driver of the day, Wolfrin. Most overtakes Wolfrin. And cleanest driver as well, Wolfrin. Nice achievement. So again, the results, Berra P1, Myth P2 with the fastest lap point to him. Then Aroble P3, Tomasito 4, Wolfrin 5, Lucek 6, Yo-Yo 7, Fabian 8, Spaghetti 9, DNF'd, Giambarto DNF'd, and disqualified for Sumuku. Quickly go through the incidents. Yeah, guys, today no interviews because food is ready. I have to do my prioritizations. Thank you again for watching. Hopefully to see you next week in Sandford again. We give Monday the right to exist. Yes, Monday Racing League. See you next Monday. Thank you for watching. Take care. Happy week.
Simulatore pronto, cuore teso, la pista chiama, l'MRL risponde. Che scossetto mani sul volante, tensione viva, curva tagliente. Siamo pronti tutti allineati, occhi sul semaforo, cuori agitati. Giri precisi, nervi d'acciaio, la vittoria passa sempre dal dettaglio. Ogni tracciato è come un destino, nello scriviamo curva per curva fino al mattino. MRL, la corsa del lunedì, la velocità che non va più via, motori caldi, passione vera, sulla griglia ogni sera. Il ritmo corre sotto la pelle, le emozioni come scintille. MRL, fratelli e rivali, sul circuito siamo uguali. Gas profondo, vero deciso, curva stretta, coraggio inciso. Ogni giro un respiro profondo nella MRL.